to Girls Gaming 2.
We just
1 and 2.
just couldn't stay away, and we had something else to open. Boss Monster. I know this isn't new, but it's kind of new to me. And have you ever played?
Mm-mm.
And it's new to Mel, so hey, it's new to us, so hey. And I got this really great deal at Amazon for less than $100.
Ooh,
Yeah.
nice.
I got all of this. The play mat as well as all the expansions in a package deal. And so I thought, hey, Christmas is coming, and for those of you who are not big into tabletop, but you're really big into video games, I think this is a fabulous tabletop that is a transition. So we're going to do a little unboxing, and I love these play mats because these make it a lot easier for learning these games, I think, as well as playing.
Is this just a 2-player mat?
This is just a 2-player, and this game can be played 2 to 4 player without the expansion, and with this expansion it can be played up to 5 to 6 player, which is really awesome for parties. Because if you just get a whole bunch of people in, I'm just jabbing this down with my...
I like this. It's got really cool, very, what's it, 8-bit, 16-bit?
Yeah, it's 8-bit. It's 8-bit art.
The art, it's very reminiscent of 90s gaming and 80s,
yes.
90s gaming.
Yes, it is. And I love that. I love that 8-bit art. And I think this is the very first one that I opened here. Boss Monster, the Dungeon Building. And I learned this game when I went to Leprechaun this year. I went to a bunch of different conventions this year, and this was one that I learned at Leprechaun when I went to Leprechaun this year. And the guy who actually runs MaricopaCon here in town, we support all the conventions here in Arizona. In Arizona. Yeah, in Arizona. Yeah, I think it's awesome how many conventions, or gaming conventions, we have here in Arizona.
Me too.
And Jason, who runs MaricopaCon, is the one who taught me this game. It's one of his favorite games. And I just fell in love with it. And so that's the other reason why I got it all.
It comes with an instruction booklet.
Yes.
Very gaming thematic.
Very gaming. It's very thematic, like arcade games. And I think that's another awesome thing. And I actually have a special guest coming in December to play with us. Hint, hint. Who
you are.
You know who you are. Yes, you do. To play this with us, who is a video game designer. And he goes to gaming conventions. And I'm going to save the name for later. But I'm very excited about him coming to play with us. And he's now working on a tabletop. And so that is one reason why I chose this game, because I think this is the perfect game for, again, transition to video to tabletop, which he is in the process of doing. And so, hence, Boss Monster. So, Boss Monster is just like playing a video game. You're up against the bosses. And you're building a dungeon out of room cards to attract the bad guys. And yeah, right? I know, kind of bizarre. But then you attract you build basically dungeon rooms.
Okay.
You have room cards, you have hero cards. You have epic heroes, you have regular heroes, you have your room deck.
That needed to be shuffled.
And yes, I was just kind of showing off some of this. And you got your epic heroes, and then depending on what you have in your room card, different bosses are going to be attracted to your room, and then you end up fighting, just like in a video game. And so then they come through and you fight. And so it's kind of cool. It's fun. It's real easy to learn. And you work your way through. So it's just kind of the basics of it. There's a little more to it, obviously, and there's expansions, and then, you know, you can get stuff to add to your rooms to give you more power, and you can power ups, just like a video game. So again, I don't know about you, but I have a grandson who is addicted to video games, and so I'm always looking for ways to get him to the table to play with me. And this is one of those games that I find I can get him to the table to play, because he's like, "Hey, Grammy, let's play this. This is like we're playing a video game, but it's like the kind of thing you like."
And it says it's 2 to 4 players, ages 13 and up, and it only plays in 30 minutes, so it's a quick.
Yeah, and my grandson is 8.
So you can keep his attention span.
Yeah, he can totally keep his attention span. So sometimes I think that, you know, it's probably thematically, you know, 13 and up, but, you know, so those you have to make judgment calls on. So that is Boss Monster.
So then it looks like Heidi both has the Next Level Up expansion.
Because you need to level up in life.
And then the rise of the mini bosses.
Yes.
Which it looks like these add over. This one adds 160 new cards and the biggest boss monster yet.
Because I like big boss monsters.
The next level one includes 160 cards and 12 new monsters.
That's kind of cool.
And then these little mini expansions.
Which I think these are cool. They look like little Nintendo games.
Like little cartridges.
Yeah, like cartridges. You see that?
This is.
I love these.
I think you have that. These two add new cards, 29 and 26 new cards, and that one adds the 5 to 6 players.
Yeah, this adds 5 to 6 players, so you can just have a party. Which I'm ready to do. I'm ready to party with my boss monster. Which we may just come back and play a quick game of this as soon as we have it all figured out and opened. Boss monster. Thank you.
Bye.
We'll see you soon. Mwah.